I've been muted this entire time, huh? I've been muted this entire time. Well, there we go. All right. Let me show the draft board real quick. Jeez, dude. My bad, guys. I cannot believe I just did that. I stayed doing that. All right, here we are. I was muted. I was muted. Everybody just understand that I was muted. It's all good. Happens to the best of us, truly. Look, you guys can hear me now. We're good to go. All right. Now I'm finally in here. How are you guys? What we got? What up, my boy? What up? How are we doing? So I was explaining my thought process there, all right? I know you guys are not going to like it at all that I took Justin Jefferson at the 102. Hear me out real quick, okay? I have a shit ton of McCaffrey teams. If I drafted McCaffrey there, I would be at 30% exposure on McCaffrey in managed leagues. I don't really want that, okay? That's a really it's a risky bet. It's a high upside bet. Already being at like 25% is already just enough for a guy who goes like top 3. I want to spread it out a little bit. I already have a Cooper Kupp team. I would have taken Taylor at 2 if he got to us. So Jefferson is what had to happen here, okay? Again, I know people are not going to like that pick, but it's just kind of the way the cookie crumbled on us. Smash a like. That would do the boy a ton. But yeah, so this is going to be an FFPC Football Guys Championship. This is our final team, final high-stakes team. It all led to this. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be asking, how can I be drafting a team after the Thursday game? These have a really interesting rule where you can draft players that played on Thursday and still put them in your week 1 lineup. So, you know, it creates kind of a weird environment. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. How's everybody doing? A little bit hectic here, as I'm sort of just getting everything together as was working on the Dynasty rankings for the Patreon. Not quite finished with them yet, but they should be out after the stream. Said Cam Akers round 3 to set the tone. Hell no. Welcome to the basement. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have Diggs go. We'll see what comes back to us. We shall see. Some of these names are familiar. I believe I played with Boca Juniors last year in one of these with them. Can't wait to see what round Cam Akers and Allen Robinson go. Allen Robinson's been going around like round 6, I believe. I've been taking a lot of or not taking a lot of, but I took Akers yesterday at like round 11, I think. Which I think at that point, why not? You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. He'll be around like a round 6 guy. Which I think is still probably not low enough, if I'm being honest. All right, so Kelsey goes. Nothing really crazy is going on here. We're going to have a lot of time between picks. So if anybody has questions, fantasy questions, this is one of the rare ones where I think I'll have plenty of time to answer questions and shit. We're also out of the 2 spot, the 102. Thoughts on trading Jefferson for Brown and Dameon Pierce? Akers is your RB2. I don't think Pierce would be the guy I'm trying to trade for. I'd hold on to Jefferson there. I don't think I'd be trying to trade away Jefferson either. said love my double hero RB build even more after I talked about it on stream yesterday. Of course, man. Of course, you're killing it. Which one's my team? I'm out of the 102. Like I said, 10 out of 10 times this would be McCaffrey, but I'm getting overexposed to McCaffrey, where you guys saw me draft McCaffrey out of the 104 yesterday. So I'm now probably at like 25% exposure in these managed leagues. If I took McCaffrey there, I'd be at like 30. I think it's probably dangerous to be over like 20 to 25 on any first round player just because of the bust risk. So, and I don't have a Jefferson team yet that I've been wanting one. Now, if Taylor made it to us, we would have taken Taylor. Cup was in consideration because we can use his Thursday night game, but I already have a Cup team. I didn't feel like I needed a second one. I would rather, get my exposure to Jefferson here. See if we can get some value to come back. Saquon up to 7, yeah, man. He's been flying up boards, if you will. Who we starting? Renfro, Michael Thomas, or Ayuk? Probably Michael Thomas if he's good to go. Should we buy low on A-Rob? I don't think so. If he was a young player and there was underlying metrics that looked good for him, but he didn't command any targets. And I know you can say that Stafford wasn't looking his way. He had an awful PFF grade. He's old at this point, or not old, but like 28, 29. Like, he could rebound for sure, but I'm just not really sure the upside. It depends on how low we're talking. In these drafts, he goes a little bit later than, or he goes a little bit earlier than I would like. Like, I think I would still prefer like Ayuk, London, Devonta Smith tier over Allen Robinson, but it's close. I think that's where it gets close. What's up, Jose? I hope that's Jose and not Josie. I don't know how to. Hi, Dad. What's up, Zach? Why so sussy? You tell me, brother. Who should I start? Pollard or Stevenson? Probably Stevenson. Would you start Sanders or AJ Dillon in your flex? Probably Sanders. What's your thoughts on Devonta Adams? He's the boy. You're starting Barkley and ETN and letting Mitchell figure out his hammy. Yeah, that's fine. Bro, you gotta stop. You gotta stop spelling his name like that, bro. You gotta stop. Dylan or Penny? I had to text my mom real quick. She asked me if I wanted food. You think Pittman can be a top 5 wide receiver this year? I'd struggle to see it. I don't know that there's going to be enough volume or efficiency in that offense for it, but I think he can be a top 12 guy. My thoughts on that Thursday game? Not a ton. I think I wouldn't get too low on the Rams. I think they'll bounce back just fine. Bills are going to be great. I think I had some concerns that Dable leaving would have been pretty bad for the offense, but Dorsey seems to be all right as OC. I think the Diggs route thing is a little bit tough, but he still got his. I think he's still, top 5 wide receiver, even if his routes aren't going to be as high as they should be. There goes Allen. Am I going to be forced to take a Najee team? Is that what's happening here? Who do you take? Najee? Okay, so I don't have to get a Najee team. Who are you going to go, Cup? I think I'd be fine with one of Kamara, Jones, or Javonte. Like, I guess Tyreek Hill is in consideration, but I think there'll be enough wide receivers on the way back. That's what I'm saying. What is this ratio, bro? Damn, Kamara goes. I would have loved to get Kamara late. 120 viewers to 17 likes, fellas. Come on. I'm answering start sit questions too. I'm at the 102 spot. All right, so I'll get back to answering questions, but I got to pick here in a second. What's this guy going to go with? Going to come down to Jones or Javonte here. And he takes Jones anyways. Okay, so that's not going to be a tough decision at all. We'll take our Javonte. I'm happy. I wanted to get one more Javonte before it was all said and done. So we'll go Javonte here. Boom. 211 Javonte feels nice. How do you know Allen Robinson was open all game, though? I'm telling you, his PFF grade came out garbage. Like, and they grade it on a per route, per snap basis. They don't even really care if you're getting targets or anything. He didn't look great, man. Yeah, I think this has to be Tyreek Hill or Debo on the way back. I already have a ton of A.J. Brown and T. I'll get to that super chat in a second. I appreciate it, Zach. Just once we're done with this turn, I'll get to some questions. Who do you take there? Debo? Okay. Matt Harmon dropped reception perception just on what he did last night? Or on Thursday? Because that would be very interesting if that's true. Wow, he did do a reception perception on him. Okay, okay. All right, this guy is really running down here. 15 seconds. 10 seconds for the boy. He goes Chubb. All right, I haven't gotten any Tyreek Hill yet, and I think round 3 Tyreek Hill is very much the move. So let's go round 3 Tyreek Hill. I haven't gotten a Tyreek Hill share yet. Yeah, I think that works out beautifully. All right. Bless me. Let me see. What does it say? Perfectly reasonable explanation for why Stafford was able to get the extra receiver involved. Mentioned after the game that the Bills played a lot of zone coverage and as a result had clouded to the boundary quite a bit. Allen saw a lot of cover 2 over there. Final take. I'm leaving this week 1 reception perception sample feeling fine about Robinson's individual play and assured he'll get more involved in the offense going forward. Okay. I'm not saying completely in on him, but that's my bad for assuming that he was pretty bad out there regardless of not getting targeted. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's back and forth where you have PFF saying that he was garbage. You have Matt Harmon saying that he was all right. I mean, it's true. It's a high variance situation. My biggest concern with Robinson is I don't really see the upside. I think he's probably just a fine wide receiver 2, right, at best. Which I guess like in these and like the 6th round is fine, but if you spent like your late 3rd, early 4th on him, you're probably in trouble. He's not somebody I'd be wanting to buy low on either. I'll be honest with you guys. If somebody in your league is reading the Matt Harmon article and they're willing to buy Allen Robinson at almost what you bought him for, like if I could swap out Allen Robinson for any of Deontay Johnson, Brandon, probably not. Brandon Cooks is close. I would take Judy over him. Give me Godwin over him. Give me Bateman. Give me Metcalf. Give me Mooney. Give me Michael Thomas. And I think that's where it gets close. I think it gets close between like Michael Thomas, Mooney. Miles Sanders or Pierce for flex. Sanders for me. Deontay, Elijah Moore, Penny. Give me Deontay. Deontay has some kind of injury, right? Probably give me Deontay, but it's close. I would need more information on the Deontay injury. Pollard over Stevenson. I guess it's time for me to pull up my rankings. So you guys are asking me a lot of start-sit questions, and instead of just me pulling it out of my ass, I'll sort of see what I wrote down earlier in the week. By the way, I have weekly rankings that come out weekly, obviously, on the Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. We will be doing a Patreon-only live stream tomorrow morning, for last-second start-sit questions and everything. So if you want that, check out patreon.com/Ron Stewart. Let's see. What do my week 1 rankings look like? There we go. So Pollard or Stevenson. I have them back to back in the same tier, man. I'd say it's a coin flip. I don't know. Do you guys want me to like be completely honest with you guys? Like I can tell you, like I have the rankings in tiers, and if two players are in the same tier, I really don't feel strongly one way or the other. Gun to my head, Pollard versus Stevenson. I'd go Pollard, but it's very close. Connor over Fournette. I'd go Fournette there. Deontay, Elijah Moore, Penny. Like I said, Deontay if he's healthy. If not, then probably Elijah Moore, but it's close. I haven't answered your super chat. I got you, Zach. I got you. You said start, sit, cut. It was a joke question? I thought that this was a real start, sit, cut. Dude, here's the issue. I don't know. Here's the issue, man. I'm 21, dude. Who the hell is Cam Diaz, bro? No, Cam. Come on now. Cam Diaz in the same conversation as Jennifer Aniston, and then I've heard of Pamela Anderson. I'd have to see what she looks like. Oh, get Pamela Anderson out of here, dude. Get Pam Anderson out of here, bro. I'm cutting Anderson. I'm starting Jennifer Aniston. I'm sitting Cam Diaz. I think that's a pretty goated take. All right, what else we got? Njoku or Henry? Like I said, if it's close, do you guys want me to tell you? I have Henry at 16 and Njoku at 17, both in the same tier. I have Henry at 16 just ahead, but, like, it's a coin flip, genuinely. Monty or Kirk, flex standard? Probably Monty just because it's standard. Sutton or Thielen? Give me Sutton there. Cameron Diaz in the mask, though? I was just about to say that. I recognized her once I saw her, but I wouldn't be able to, I don't know her by name, if that makes sense. Hey, what's up, brother? Would you start Michael Thomas or Rashad Bateman this week? This is a non-PPR. Give me Bateman there. Look at Pam Anderson 20 years ago. Oh, yeah, that's probably the issue. That's it was too recent of a picture. Jeez, dude. You hate to see it. I needed Pam Anderson Baywatch years. That's the issue. Not menopause years. Ayo, chill. Who said that? Flex Happy PR, Deontay, Ramondre, or Hunt. What's going on with Deontay, guys? Is Deontay playing? Let me see. Deontay Johnson, Roto World. Anything new came out with him? I've heard there's something going on with him. He's got to be playing. Shoulder, said he will play with a shoulder injury. It's a pain tolerance issue. He's a full participating in practice. Yeah, give me Deontay. I think I'm firing up Deontay Johnson as a wide receiver too this week. Probably just fine. Thomas or Moore? Probably give me Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas he's good to go this week. I haven't done like injury research yet. Like I usually look that over tomorrow morning. Who's like active, inactive, doubtful. So hamstring, he's questionable with a hamstring. Back-to-back limited tags. Jeez, dude. Yeah, I think I'd go Elijah Moore. I think I'd shy away if I could. I'd go Dylan over Godwin. Claypool or Lockett. Give me Lockett there, but it's close. Think Kittle plays. That's a tough one. Give me Marquise pretty easily. What do you think about Micah Carter? I think he's like fine as an early season play. Probably be like a fine RB2-ish type guy. You had Cup fall to you at 12, dude? My lord. Dude, a lot of wide receivers are going in this room. I don't think this is going to be nearly as soft as it was yesterday, sadly. There goes Waller. I'd say I'd lean that Kittle probably won't play. You went to the Ohio State game today? Damn, boy. You go to Ohio State, Flaccovelli? Waddle or Judy? Give me Waddle. Man, round 4 Damian Pierce, guys. I don't get it, but if you're in a draft with me and you want to do it, hey, man. That is all you, brother. That is all you. .5 PPR standard. I'd go Mitchell for sure. PPR Ertz or Alberto? Give me Alberto, man. Nah, give me Ertz. It's close, man. I have them both in the same tier, as I said. I think I'd go Alberto. Ertz, you are right that Ertz is dealing with some kind of injury. Yes, you should be trying to trade one of them desperately. How do I watch my NFL games? Yeah, I go red zone and then primetime games. I just watch those games. And sometimes I'll have like the Jets game up on like a second screen. Between 2 running backs and a flex spot, who would I pick between Dylan, Mitchell, Chubb, Kelsey, and Godwin? This is the last one I'm going to answer until after this turn. Now I got to lock in. Got to be honest, I don't even know what I'm doing at this turn. You can flex Kelsey. I think I would flex Kelsey. I think I'd flex Kelsey. I don't know. Damn, I would have loved Hollywood, man. Like, I would flex Kelsey and play Mitchell and Chubb if I could. All right, let's see what they got here. What are you gonna go with, number 3? What are we doing? I would have loved McLaurin there. I'm gonna go Juju. I already have a ton of Deontay, man. Let's go Juju. I've been wanting to draft like one more Juju share. Deontay makes it back to us. Maybe I'll go Deontay. He is tough to pass on in the early 5th. Could stack Mahomes to Juju, but 5th round Juju doesn't feel great. Would prefer 6th round or 5th round. Mahomes doesn't feel great. So we have a ton of Godwin. Could switch it up and go Bateman if I wanted to. Deontay. How much Deontay do I actually have? There goes Judy. It's a great pick. So that's 1 Deontay team. So that's 3 of 13. 3 of 13 Deontay's, dude. If I get one more, that's 30%. I don't really want that. And then he goes Mahomes, huh? Be at 30% if I took Deontay here. I think it has to be Deontay, sadly. We'll go 30% Deontay if they want to keep letting me get him in the 5th round, whatever. Could have gone Bateman. Could have been talked into Metcalf as well. Maybe that should have been Metcalf. Yeah, this is an FFPC Football Guys Championship high stakes league. It's managed redraft. I'm drafting from the 2 spot right now. It's a 350 buy-in. 350 buy-in. Manage quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flexes. It's tight end premium as well. That's why you'll see the tight ends go really early in this format. Said, what should I target for Aaron Jones realistically? Let's say if you can get something in that Debo Samuel, Tyreek, Higgins, A.J. Brown area, that'd be good. Hey, I have a question. For underdog pick'ems, if you miss one of the picks, does it cancel out the whole multiples? This is a tough question to answer. It depends if you did the insurance thing or whatever. If you used insurance, I believe you get one mulligan. If you don't use insurance, then if you screw up one of them, you don't get the payout. I think that's what you're asking. Who should I start week 1 at Flex and PPR League? AJ Brown or Marquise? Give me AJ Brown. I hope CMC doesn't lay an egg like Cam Akers. We'll see. We'll see. I doubt he lays an egg. If he plays snaps, he's not gonna lay an egg. I'm gonna order something on DoorDash right quick. Despite like getting food from like closes so early, so I have to make sure I order before they're closed. Yeah, they close at 8:10, so I got to do this right now. A little spicy grilled chicken over rice from a like falafel place. It goes crazy, bro. And the portions are mad nice, dude. It's honest. It's like a you know, almost like a Mediterranean Chipotle bowl, but they don't do you dirty on the portions. They actually give you a real meal. I love Chipotle, man, but it is hit or miss, dude. I've talked about this before, but it's hit or miss, dude. Sometimes you get the biggest bowl of all time, and you're like, dude, I don't even know if I can finish this. And then sometimes you're like, bro, I'm going to have to box with whoever made this. All right. What do we got in here? John, what's going on, brother? Yo, Ron, I'm a bit bummed draft season's officially over. Been loving watching them. How are you planning to shift your focus with drafts in the rearview mirror? What will take up most of your time? In-season content and making content for the people behind, people that are on Patreon. So pretty much, the funny part is, man, is I know a lot of people, they're making startup decisions right now. The way that I manage my teams, right, so I'm going to have, and if you guys want to see, I'm down to go through, like, all of my redraft managed teams and kind of do a review before I head out of here and, show you guys kind of what I'm working with for the season. But really, all you have to do to, manage your teams, well, in these, where there's no trading, right? If there's trading in your league, you have to be a bit more meticulous, but I look at my rosters on the day that waivers go through. So for these high-stakes teams, waivers go through, like, Wednesday nights. So Wednesday night, I'm putting in all my waiver claims. Thursday, I run through for the first time and set lineups. And then Sunday morning, I set lineups. And that's really it. There's just 3 time windows I have to make time for to manage these teams. And then in terms of what I'll be doing, day to day for fantasy, we'll be doing in-season content. So I'll be doing my top 10 takeaways on Monday. I don't even think this is really what you're asking, but I'm just going to give you exactly what we're doing here. We'll do top 10 takeaways on Mondays, waiver wire video, trade target video, and then Thursday, Friday, I'll go through every single matchup for running backs and wide receivers. Fridays are sort of free squares. I can, do like dynasty videos then. I can do rest of season ranking videos then. I can hop on stream and do a, battle royale for, the weekly games. Saturday will be kind of a free square. And then Sunday will be a Patreon-only live stream. Then also for the Patreon, we'll do Patreon-only live streams on Sunday mornings. Tuesday, I drop a waiver wire article that has all of my fab percentages that I am recommending bidding on players. Wednesday, rest of season rankings, and then Thursday we'll have my weekly rankings every week. So got a ton of stuff I'm doing here, honestly. Bro, I think you might have schizophrenia, bro. They staple that shit closed, dude. I promise, dude. I was a DoorDash driver forever. Nobody wants to be messing with your food. We just want to get from point A to point B so we can make money elsewhere. You took Cooper Cup in the second round, dude? You gotta invite me to this league, bro. Should I grab Albert O and drop Irv Smith? I would. ETN in the third round. I want to play with these guys. Why do you think that that's too? Do you think that's too high or too low? I think third round ETN is probably just right. I think he's probably a 3-4 turn guy. Juju or Michael Thomas? Give me Juju very easily. I answered your question. All right, cool, John. You see any of Bijan today? Can't wait to get my hands on him in Dynasty next year. I honestly saw some of him. I got to be honest with you guys. So I'm not a film guy. I'm not a film evaluator. I don't claim to be a film guy. And you guys know I'm a numbers guy. Bijan pops in all the numbers. Bijan looks sick, dude. He looks like the next, Adrian Peterson. I just have to say that from what I've watched him play in some games, like, I haven't seen like that, Saquon Barkley. Like when you watch Saquon Barkley at Penn State, it was like, holy shit, this is Saquon Barkley. He's going crazy. I haven't been super impressed with Bijan in terms of what I've watched. But again, I'm not a film guy. So he probably looks great on film in terms of, like reading, zone schemes and gap schemes and shit. But breakaway speed hasn't looked crazy. I know today he played against Alabama, so it's whatever. Him having like 20 carries on like 50 yards. But I don't know. Again, I'm not a film evaluator, so maybe I just need to be pointed in the right direction. But slightly underwhelmed. Like he just doesn't look like you would think he's like a Heisman candidate. I guess he is. I think I'm probably being too harsh. But yeah, just in a couple of games that I've seen of Texas, I haven't been like, holy shit, this is Saquon Barkley. That's all it comes down to. But still, what was I saying? But yeah, number still says he looks great. I'm not lower on Bijan or anything. I wish I was a little bit more blown away. I was a little bit more impressed, I guess. Njoku, give me Njoku there by a lot. Who I started the flex? That one's extremely tough. I think Clyde if he plays, but that's tough. Albert O or Komet. I think probably give me Albert O there. But it's close. I have them back-to-back in the same tier. What do you think of the Kittle news? Seems like he won't play. Seems like he'll be out like 2 to 4 weeks. It sucks if you have Kittle because you were, relying on an elite tight end. But I think still midseason beyond he should be good. 3 receptions for 73 yards. That makes sense. I don't think you should be worried about Tyreek for his Patriots now. Yeah, you're right. His receiving game is clean. His receiving game is extremely clean. But yeah, I guess I was just looking. And again, he still has like the whole season, but I guess I'm just looking for more, like freaky. Like I'm not sure how he's gonna test. You know what I mean? And again, I don't. Maybe he wants one of those like pro Nike elite combines in high school and ran like a 4.3 that I don't know about. But just from what I've watched, he doesn't look like the athlete that Saquon is. And I know it's unfair to compare him to Saquon, but he is getting that kind of hype as a guy that should go top 5 to 10 in the NFL draft. So we'll see. You said you're even more excited for Braylon Allen? Braylon Allen looks clean. So does Travion Henderson, man. Travion Henderson looks special too. Got offered Keenan Allen for ETN and a half PPR. That's about even for me. It really depends on how many flexes you have and what your situation is at running back and wide receiver. Replace Kittle with Njoku or Freiermuth? Probably Muth. Real quick. I really like Team 10 other than Montgomery. Yeah, they screwed up there. 6th round Chris Godwin's beautiful though. There goes Lamar. Am I really going to have to take another Kyler Murray team, dude? Prefer to shy away from Murray if I can, but I might be given no choice. We'll see. .449 for Bijan. That's like his high school time or whatever. Am I high on Mike Williams? Does he have fantasy breaking upside? I don't know about fantasy breaking upside, but not high on him. But I did get my first share of him today, so that's kind of exciting, I guess. I will say, guys, if I'm staring down Allen Robinson in the 7th round, he will be interesting. I also have to say, it seems like we're punting tight end, which is scary in these tight end premium leagues. I already have a ton of Kyler, but I think it'll just have to happen here. I have 3 Kyler shares. One more put me at like 30% Kyler. I can stomach that. We'll see what gets back to us here. What's Bro Monkey going to do here? You guys think Allen Robinson should be in play here? And there goes Kyler. Okay, so there goes our early QB dreams. So we're not going to get an elite onesie at either spot, which is pretty tough. I just have a lot of shares of Kyler. Like an irresponsible amount. You said you're on Patreon. You love the rankings, Zach? Love to see it, dude. Elijah Moore is interesting. I guess Dallas Goedert is interesting. Round 6, Dallas Goedert. Doesn't feel great, though. Edmonds Pollard there, huh? So this has to be Elijah Moore. And I am going to have a stupid amount of Elijah Moore, but at the 6'11", I cannot pass on Elijah Moore. That's really what it comes down to here. So there is Elijah Moore for like the 19th time on one of my teams. I'm at the 102, by the way. I don't know if I made that clear. Let's look at I could be talked into 7th round Goddard. Where does Goddard usually go? He usually goes early 6th. Allen Robinson is in play here. So Allen Robinson's in play. Goddard is in play. What do you guys think about Allen Robinson here? Like if Allen Robinson comes back to me in the 7th here. I'll be looking at Allen Robinson. I think Dobbins is interesting as well. So I think Dobbins is interesting. I think Allen Robinson's interesting. I think Goddard is interesting. Outside of that, nothing else really sticks out to me. So Robinson, Dobbins, Goddard. I guess like 7th round Devonta Smith would be fine as well. It wouldn't feel amazing. This is tight end premium, by the way, too. No, this is where Allen Robinson goes. He won't be coming back to me. So you guys think Goddard and tight end premium over Dobbins is the play as well? I tend to agree. I don't think I have any Goddard teams either, so I'd be down. In ADP, Goddard goes 602. We'd be getting him like a full round past that. Anybody else? So he goes Lazard, huh? So Goddard. Goddard's really the only play. Goddard, Allen Robinson, or Dobbins is really what it comes down to. I'm gonna go for it with we'll go for it with Dallas Goddard. Why not? In this format with tight end premium, can't get an elite quarterback either. It does suck to just kind of get a middling guy like this. Let's do it. Let's do it. I kind of hate it. I do agree. After Goddard, we're kind of looking at after Goddard, we're looking at some ugly options. That's fine. That's a good price on him. I would have been down for Allen Robinson there. 7th round A-Rob could have been fun, but yeah, I don't have a Goddard team yet. That feels fine to me. Arab already has a bad sample, and J.K. Dobbins coming off injury. I think Goddard was the best choice. Yeah, I agree. Especially in tight end premium, you don't want to get too left behind, especially without like an elite quarterback or anything. Jeez, dude. The guy took his wide receiver 2 in round 7. I got Kittle earlier today at like the 601. Should I show you guys my other team that I drafted today? I drafted one at like 10 a.m. I just wanted to sort of sandwich. I wanted to do one early in the morning so I didn't have to like do 2 back-to-back again, and I didn't feel like streaming at 10 a.m. Probably could have ended up streaming it. I thought I was gonna end up getting a upload in today. I thought I was gonna be able to do a Dynasty skyrocketing video, but ended up taking too long on the rankings. Still haven't even finished it. After this stream, I'm going to have to touch some things up. And the new Dynasty rankings update should be out on Patreon by the end of tonight. We'll see. Thank you for the super chat, Kev. What do we got? Start Elijah Moore or Penny in half PPR. Holy man, that's insanely tough. I do almost wish I took Allen Robinson there, just to get kind of a leg up on the field. But I think we'll be all right. We'll see what wide receiver value comes back to us. Because if we did go Robinson there, that would have to be it at wide receiver. That would have had to been it. Would have neglected literally everything else. We would have taken our second wide receiver on the bench before our RB2, tight end 1, or quarterback 1. So Elijah Moore or Penny in half PPR. Give me Penny there. Give me Penny there. You really don't like how Team 5 drafted? I agree, dude. What is this? From thoughts on Hayden Hurst? Like just in general? I appreciate the super chat. He's interesting in like best ball or something, but I think outside of that, he's not really a target for me. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We'll have some options on the way back. I'm trying to think of stacking opportunities here too. So quarterbacks are getting thin. We'll be looking at Burrow, Lance, Brady. Do you have any of those lined up at all? No, man. We got nothing lined up. We have like a late Kirk. I'd be willing to take it. Oh, man. Everyone's taking quarterbacks, man. If Trey Lance makes it back to us, I'll be taking him. So Lance, Brady, Dak. I don't have anything lined up for any of those guys, man. I guess I could get like a Gallup stack late. Trey Lance would be much more difficult. Brady, you can get your Julios, Rashad Whites. We do have Stafford lined up. Or no, we don't. No, we don't. We do have, I meant Kirk Cousins. And we have a late Tua. Those are both guys I wouldn't really want as my QB1, though. Huh. All right, we'll see. Crazy that Dobbins is still on the board here. If it's Waddle penny or more, then it's Waddle by a lot. Aaron Jones and Jarvis for Javonte and Ayuk fair. Probably not for the other guy, but if you can make it happen, I would. I see Jones and Javonte as pretty much canceling each other out, and I would take Ayuk over Jarvis by a lot. That's a really early Kirk Cousins. 7-12 Kirk, not even stacked. Or no, stacked to Thielen. Jeez, dude. God bless, brother. Hunt Haller Sutton. Give me Sutton. Kirk Cousins at the 7-12 is actually ridiculous. All right, so we're going to have to clench our ass cheeks here. Seems like Team 10 knows what they're doing. Would be pretty easy to see them going with Lance, but maybe they stack Godwin to Brady here. There goes Sky. Waddle by a lot, man. Waddle by a lot if that's the case. Let's see what comes back to us here. Fournette's been falling, man. I got him at the 309 yesterday. Yeah, I agree. That was a weird Montgomery pick for him. I think it would have been better off taking like Metcalf there. Pierce or Hunt full PPR? What did I rank them? I had Pierce at 33. I had Hunt at 35. So give me Pierce, but they're both in the same tier. So the idea with stacking guys is twofold, right? First, you want to have correlation for week to week, right? So let's say you have Burrow, and Burrow goes crazy for like 3 touchdowns and 350 yards. You just have a really sick quarterback that week, but if you stack him with T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, and in the event that Burrow has 350 yards and like 3 touchdowns, one of those guys probably pops off, so you become an absolute bitch to play against in a matchup. And it just correlates your outcomes, so if you can get more players to pop off at the same time, then you can just have a better overall week. It'll be a little more feast or famine, but you want that, right? Most matchups that are won in fantasy are blowouts anyways, so you want those big, huge, massive weeks. And then season long as well, where if Burrow comes out here and finishes as a top 5, top 3 quarterback in fantasy, that's probably on the heels of T. Higgins or Jamar Chase being like a top 5 wide receiver. So you can correlate those two outcomes on your team instead of taking, let's say, Burrow, and instead of T, you take like A.J. Brown or Keenan Allen. It doesn't correlate the same way, where Burrow can be great and then Brown could just bust your team. So it syncs your team up on a week-to-week basis, and then also season-long. If you're already making a bet on, say, T. Higgins, then you're also making a bet that Joe Burrow will be great, if that makes sense. I think that was a decent. I think that was a decent explanation. Let me know how I did. Let me know how I did. I would keep St. Brown. Said I have Burrow, Chase, and T in a Superflex league. Oh well, but I kind of just did it for fun, knowing it's not a smart idea. No, that's a smart idea. I think if especially in Superflex where it's a pretty deep starting lineup, I think that's more than fine. What do you mean keep? Like you have to drop one of them? Probably Ramondre. Barkley for Brees Hall and Gabe Davis? I think so, man. I think so. I think that would be pretty sweet. So we're going to be picking late 8th here. So it's like the best thing on the board right now. Clyde is off the board. I would have loved a Clyde team at some point, man. Couldn't get a Clyde team. I think Antonio Gibson is interesting for RB2 here. London's not on the board. I think Tony is interesting as well. Tony, Burks, Solave. Faithful Ron Stewart disciple here. Thank you, man. Got 10 puppies in before Thursday. Thanks for the promo code. Of course, dude. That's sweet. I sadly couldn't get as many puppy 4s out as I wanted to, just because it was so hectic leading up to kickoff. Like I said, I lost power on Thursday, so it was ugly. Do you do videos on Underdog Pick'em? I don't, just because they're not available in Jersey, so I can't, which is tough. But I wanted to start doing some streams where we go, like I've been talking about it recently, but Underdog has sort of like DFS that you can play, which is pretty sweet. I'm very curious to see what comes to us here. Looking at Tony, I'm looking at Gibson, I'm looking at Penny, I'm looking at Trey Lance, I'm looking at Darrell Henderson. So Gibson, Penny. There goes Damian Harris. I don't have a Gibson team yet. I think Gibson would make some sense. I don't have a Gibson team. $8.11 for Gibson feels pretty cheap. Let's go Gibson. We'll go Gibson. We'll take Lance on the way back, as long as this guy's not a psycho. Yeah, it's my first Gibson share. 8.11 seems like pretty damn good value on him. It's going to be tough to pass on Kadarius Toney here for Trey Lance, but I very often get pushed out of, or, you know, sort of boxed out of QB in these leagues. I might try and push it, though. I might try and push it. I could go Toney, and I still have one of Lance, Brady, and Dak that could come back to me. Toney's the last wide receiver for me in a big tier. But Burks or like Sky Moore or something could come back to me. Or no, Sky Moore's gone. But like Burks, Claypool could come back. Romeo Dobbs. The issue is that round 9 Kadarius Toney is just kind of absurd. So there goes Miles Sanders. I'm going to go Toney. We're going to play the quarterback game. I get burned often doing this. But we'll go Toney. Look, I don't really love Gibson either. But he's really all I got. Other option was Penny. I already have a Penny team. I have a shit ton of Darrell Henderson. I have a shit ton of Devin Singletary. I didn't have a Gibson share yet. I think it made sense. His ADP is like mid-7th these days. Yeah, exactly. That's really that's the issue. And it sucks, man. I've talked about it before, but it sucks, dude. Guy literally beat out Gibson on the depth chart and is like before week 1 and gets just like the most unfortunate. Yeah, we'll see. We might get burned here, guys. We might get burned, but in these tournament type leagues, I have to just crank the launch angle, hope for something crazy. There's only one team without a quarterback at this point. As long as nobody's a boomer and takes their second quarterback before round 10, I should have my choosing of Brady, Dak, or Lance on this way back. Where the hell is my DoorDash order, bro? I'm having some doubts that this order is actually going to go through. Oh, yeah, the team right before me doesn't have a quarterback. Jesus. I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me I've done the best that I could here. Is this best ball or redraft? This is redraft. This is a 350. This is a league that is 350. It's like the lower end of high stakes. Redraft managed. If you make it to the playoffs, you go into a huge, like, large field tournament for, like, I think, like, maybe $1 million or, like, 500,000 up top. We'll see. Henderson just goes as you say that. Henderson's a great pick there by 6. I agree. I agree that he might go with another quarterback. I think Brees Hall is being overhyped. I thought Carter looked pretty damn good as a rookie in a small sample. I I don't think so. I think the hype is just fine with him being, what, like a 5th round pick these days. Where do you go here? Am I an idiot? Where did Breece Hall go in this draft? You went round 6 in this draft? Jeez, dude. Round 6 is a beautiful price point for the boy. Come on. Get your Brady stack in, buddy. Would love Lance to come back. I don't think it'll happen, though. Who the hell is Fortson? This is Fortson character. Oh, it's a tight end. Tight end Jordy Fortson. Never heard of that guy. I don't think he's overvalued in Dynasty either, no. 2nd round running back. The whole running back landscape is cooked. He's like a top 5, top 6 running back for me in Dynasty. I think after JT, it's like pretty ugly. I would have McCaffrey, Swift, Javonte, Najee, Breece Hall, all in, that 2nd tier. Breece Hall is great prospect, 2nd round draft capital, good athlete. My ideal spot to draft from, probably the 4. Probably the 4, and just take whatever value comes back to me there. And then if not the 4th, maybe like the 10. Something in that area. Yeah, I'm on your Dynasty team. Yeah, I wouldn't be shaky about any of this Michael Carter stuff. Start Gibson or Waddle at flex. Gibson or Waddle, you say? It's really tough across positions. My lean is Gibson. I think I'd go Gibson there. Trade Waddle and Marquise for Debo and Bateman. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of hate trades like that. Like 2 wide receivers to 2 wide receivers. I don't know. I don't know what the point is. It feels like a wash. Feels like a wash. I probably prefer. So what is this? Like we'll call it like a round 3 and a round 5 wide receiver for 2 round 4 wide receivers. I don't know. I guess Bateman just because he completes a stack for you, but it's pretty much a coin flip for me. Just saw Hunt over. Give me Ramondre this week. Any thoughts on Cooper or Sanders at flex? Huh. Damn, I would have loved Rashad White if you made it back to us. Man, that would have been sweet. So what's this? Amari Cooper versus Sanders at flex. Give me Sanders there. Judy or CEH? Man, it's tough across positions like that. Give me Judy though. Give me Judy. I agree. I think Waddle is drawing live for that. Bro, you can't be yelling at me, bro. Can't be yelling. I'm not even gonna answer you. I'm gonna flash the comment. I'm not even gonna answer. Can't be yelling at me like that. All caps out, demanding shit from me. Come on. I'm joking around, but for real, bro. Why is having 2 running backs from the same team bad for your team construction if you got them at massive values? Even if you got them at massive values, it's still rough, man. Like, say, like Dylan and Aaron Jones, the way that either of those guys smash is at the expense of the other. Your ceiling is capped on a week-to-week basis as well. Like, you're probably going to rarely have a week where both of them do well. So they're going to be sort of cannibalizing each other in your lineup. It's just not a good recipe for success, I guess is how I would put it. Man, I don't like anything that's on the board. Team number 3 is really going to be our biggest obstacle for quarterback here. Somebody did take Brady. All right, well, we'll see. We'll see. We might get locked into Dak here, which would suck. But it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd have an idea as to how to get out of that. There goes Gainwell. Again, our pick is coming up here, so I'm going to chill with reading too much of chat. But I think I would take, what's this guy going to do? I'll answer that in a second. What are you going to do, number 3? Please don't take my guy, brother. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Oh my God. I'm going to go Dak and pray for Michael Gallup on the way back. You could have made the case that maybe I should have taken Gallup first to protect myself against a turn, but if I take a naked Gallup, I would be pissed. What do you guys think here? Do you think this is a fine spot to take? I haven't really been taking any Gallup, but I would like Gallup just to stack with Dak, man. I would have no other way to stack with him. Right? There's really, I mean, I don't want Talbert. I would need Gallup here. And as much as I know I should be taking a running back here, Melvin Gordon would be a sweet value, but I already have Javonte. There's really not another running back that sticks. Oh my God! And he goes Gallup. I'm gonna explode. I'm going to explode. Maybe that should have been Gallup. Maybe that should have been Gallup, but I've seen these boomers take like 2 quarterbacks. If he took Dak there, I would have been screwed. Maybe that needed to be Gallup, man. Maybe I should have said, he has Mahomes, but I'm telling you, I've seen crazy things, dude. I got sniped today. The guy who had Herbert took Brady. Oh my god, dude. I'm going to kill myself. So again, I can't take Melvin Gordon. I think this is probably too early for like the Alexander Madisons of the world for me. So I'm going to have a naked Dak. I won't have anybody to stack Dak to. I'm pissed, dude. What do you guys think? Should I have gambled on Gallup? And he took a quarterback. He probably would have gone Gallup Carr there. He probably would have gone Gallup. Or maybe if I went Gallup, he wouldn't have wanted to go Carr. But he was very much in play to take Dak there. So I don't feel as bad. But god damn, that sucks, dude. Now again, there's no running back that stands out here. You can make the case for Albert O. Crank some purple. I'm going to go Claypool. We'll see what comes back. And that'll likely be our last wide receiver today. I know people want me to take a running back there. I know I should take a running back there. Again, the only running back that I feel comfortable taking in the early 11th would have been Melvin Gordon here. But I'm not taking Melvin Gordon and Javonte. So we'll take our last wide receiver, and then we're pretty much just going to crank tight end and running back the rest of the way. I agree, Mike. That's very much in play. My team is out of the 2 spot here. We're the lads. Man, that turn was brutal. I would have loved Lance Claypool or Dak Gallup, and we end up sort of splitting the difference there. Whatever. We'll probably get a second quarterback as well. I do like the Tua idea with Tyreek. What else are we kind of opened up to? Yeah, Danny Dimes or Tua sounds good as our QB2. And then he goes Melvin Gordon. That's a great Melvin Gordon pick. I agree, man. That Carr could have been Dak. And if Carr was Dak and I then just have a random... I do believe that stacking your quarterback is huge, man. I think stacking your quarterback is huge. It's not that great to have... a naked Dak Prescott. Doesn't do a ton for you. I guess we could go like with a Tolbert late if we really want to, but that's not even all that interesting. You could have talked me into Garrett Wilson there, but I haven't been able. I've taken a shit ton of Garrett Wilson, and we already have Elijah Moore on this team. Albert O goes. Damn, that's a great Albert O pick. I think you could have made the case that I should have gone Albert O there. Yeah, Amon-Ra's been picked. IR stash. Rondale Moore very easily there. Start 1 full PPR. Dobbins, Dillon, Michael Thomas. Dobbins, Dillon, Michael Thomas. Dude, there's such a good chance that I'm just not getting my food. They're still preparing it even though they're supposed to be. It won't let me refund it. Can I call the store, dude? It's insane. Is Connor Hayward still available? Higbee just went. I have some ideas for what we can do on the way back. Dylan or Pollard? Give me Dylan. I think you can get away with that. I think you can get away with dropping Rondale for Dobbs. I wouldn't feel pressed to drop Rondale though. You start Woods, Montgomery, or Ayuk. I'd go Montgomery. I would. Damn, and there goes Mostert. Got a super chat from Matt. I appreciate you, man. I think I answered your question, right? Saquon or Aaron Jones? How are you picking between these two? But I would go Aaron Jones. Brees or Carter in a full PPR, huh? I think I'd go Brees, but I have him in the same tier, man. It's a coin flip for sure. Yeah, I'd give up Allen for Chubb. Oh my god. Super chat from Obsessed with Success. Appreciate you, man. Had Cup, Davis, Happy BR. Should I go with Penny over Darnell Mooney and Elijah Moore for the floor? Also Cole Kmet or Njoku? Is Mooney Kmet a bad stack? So in half PPR, you're asking, should I go with Penny over? Now, is this just one flex spot? Your Penny, Elijah Moore, Mooney, thing? And you're asking Penny or Elijah Moore or Mooney? I'd go Penny there. I would. And then Kmet or Njoku, I think I'd go Kmet. Yeah, just for this week. Just for this week, I would. I think especially with Allen Lazard possibly being out, you're in a really good spot there where Aaron Jones should be featured even more in the passing game than previously expected. Juju or Bateman? I'm going Juju there. Hurts or Jackson? Give me Lamad. Thanks for the Henderson over Akers advice. Looks like that one's paying off. When did I never said straight up, but yeah, I've been drafting way more Henderson than Akers all offseason. And it's pretty funny, man. I've been saying that all offseason, and because I said Akers was like a start in our running back video that I got flamed in the comments for. It's like, dude, if you drafted Cam Akers with a top 4 or 5 round pick, the play was starting him. The process over results play was starting him there. If you started Cam Akers and got a 0, that's just a bad beat, man. one of the highest over-under total games of the slate. You draft him in the round 5-6 as your RB2. You roll him out there. I think sitting Cam Akers or somebody like I don't know, like a Ramondre or a Pollard or was probably getting too cute, but you probably got rewarded for it. Henderson's like my second most drafted running back in across everything pretty much. I have him everywhere. Monty or Dylan? Probably give me Dylan. I think I'd prefer Bateman personally, but it is close. Dude, this DoorDash order just isn't coming. Oh, okay. Says they're picking up my order. I don't believe them, but we'll see. Amon-Ra or Judy in a standard? I don't even know how to conceptualize standard. Amon-Ra or Judy in a standard. Give me Judy there. All right, so we're almost back on the clock. I want to look some things over. All right, so I have a couple of ideas here. Let's see what makes it back to us here. Let me move the draft board out of the way for you guys. So here's the issue, man. If they're going to give me round 12 Garrett Wilson, please somebody take Garrett Wilson so I don't have to. I have too much Garrett Wilson. I have too much Garrett Wilson on Elijah Moore teams as well. I have like 3 players that I would like here. 3 to 4. We're going to get sniped again. I should have taken Albert O over Claypool. I think that was the play. I have 2 guys that I would like very badly here at this turn. What's it going to be? Takes Wandale. Okay. All right, so I want Njoku here. And then I would like... So we'll go Njoku. Boom. Crank a little purple. Now what are you going to do, bud? I will say as well, the one spot's name is even named after Dak. I imagine that he was going to take Dak there. All right, what's it going to be, bud? I think round 13, James Cook would be very fun. I think so would round 13, Garrett Wilson, though. If I took Garrett Wilson there, that'd have to be it at wide receiver, even though I just said that after taking Claypool. There goes Nico. What are you up to, buddy? What's it gonna be, pal? Come on, dude. I'm very happy with that. I think that was huge getting James Cook at that value. Come on. Somebody put respect on 13th round James Cook for me. Now we got to hammer out running backs bad. Hammer out running backs. Would probably use like one more quarterback. Yeah, you would. You get to start the Thursday night guys in your lineup. So now we're good at wide receiver. We got to hammer out running back. We could use like one more like Evan Ingram-ish type tight end. We could use a backup quarterback. Let's actually start some things. So these guys I think would all be good on the way back. Same with even I think Jamal Williams would even be good. I think Evan Ingram would be good. I think Fields is interesting. Tua for our stack is interesting. Daniel Jones for our stack is interesting. Herbert, Algier, Jamal Williams I see in a tier above like the Enos and McKinnons of the world. Wide receiver we don't really want anymore. I see Ingram as really the last guy that I'm super interested in at tight end. Let me see real quick. So yeah, Ingram, I mean, I guess I could get talked into guys like Gesicki, Everett. Really more so Everett than anything else, but all right, we'll see what happens. We have a bunch of guys queued up now. I'll get back to checking out the great dub. We got W's in the chat? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. Spam W's in the chat. I need it. I need it. Dude, I think James Cook in the 13th is really fun, man. And I agree. I think he was going to get Njoku there at the turn as well. I probably sniped this guy back to back there. Dude, I need a haircut so bad. Oh, there goes Evan Ingram. I would have loved Ingram on the way back, but I think that was probably wishful thinking. Garrett Wilson still being available is crazy as well. Sleeper kicker, yeah, I like Blankenship. Start one at flex. Bateman, Elijah Moore, Tony. Give me Bateman, but Bateman and Elijah Moore are like back to back for me. All right, said he's on his way to me. I'm surprised that he ended up getting the food. I've had those guys before. If I get too close to their close time, they'll just lead me on for a while until they pull the rug. So how many more picks we have? We have 14, 15, 16. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 more position players we can roster. I would like 3 more running backs. I think the play is probably 3 more running backs and a quarterback and a tight end. Tight end isn't necessary, though. It could be a quarterback and 4 running backs. Tight end just comes down to if there's any value. Like I would take Gerald Everett, but I don't think he'll make it back. Outside of Gerald Everett, I'm not overly interested in anybody. I guess Noah Fant is kind of interesting, but I think I can get away with Goddard and Njoku in this build. Again, this is tight end premium as well. There goes Jamal Williams. Yeah, we're not going to get any of the running back targets I wanted. So what are y'all up to tonight? How's everybody out there the night before Christmas Eve, or the night before Christmas, essentially? I cannot believe that Garrett Wilson is still on the board. Can somebody please take Garrett Wilson? Because if he comes back to me around 14, I'll have no choice but to take him. I'll have no choice. Thoughts on an all auto draft league? I couldn't imagine a worse idea. I hate to say it, brother. Sort of ruins the whole point. I don't mean to be too harsh. I'm also an insane person, so if I can't have full control over the team and it's not mine, then I wouldn't be invested in it. Watching the game, having a bud. What game's on right now? The only game that I saw that was on was what was that? Like Pitt. Was it Pitt, Tennessee earlier? Oh, Kentucky, Florida's on. That's a good game. Seems like a lot of guys watching Florida, Kentucky. But damn, hell. Trevor Etienne's been great. Said can't wait for tomorrow to get to see what I was wrong and right about all offseason. I agree, man. There goes Garrett Wilson, dude. 1401 Garrett Wilson is crazy. Trevor Etienne is actually Travis Etienne's brother. Feeling great. Ron's rankings are lit as fuck. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. You're gassing me up. You're going to make me blush over here. Oh, Reds baseball? Okay. Trying to hold on to the summer for one more night. I feel it. I feel it. The other Etienne family. Well, dude, I'm not related to Jonathan Stewart. Thoughts on Kadarius Toney news about him being wide receiver 4? I don't know, man. I don't think they have enough talent in that wide receiver room to deny him. Also, where you're drafting Toney, you don't need him to start early on. It's kind of an upside play. So I think he should be all right. Pick one, Mike Straight. What kind of league is this, buddy? Gun to my head, I guess Kyle Granson, but that's ugly. Don't know if you entered this earlier. Okay, I already entered that. Full PPR league. Should I go with Rashad Penny, Ayuk, Devonta Smith, or Ramondre? I think I'd go Penny. Start one in full PPR. Terry. It's a stacked lineup you have if that's what you're deciding between. Terry, Juju, Penny. I'd go Juju there. I got more trust in Dobbs than Watson. Sanders or Bateman in the flex. Give me Bateman, but it's extremely close. You're giving me an A+ on this draft? I feel like you'd hate it, man. Only 3 running backs so far through round 13 out of the 2 spot. I'm shocked you like this team stone cold. Hey, Ron, hope you're doing well tonight and excited for the season tomorrow. Me too, man. Thank you. Any concern about Bears, wide receivers, pass catchers? Saw reports about extreme weather in Chicago. Well, I was already concerned about them to begin with just because the game script's going to be so bad. Damn, Everett went. I would have loved Everett. Two picks to survive for. I have one guy that I want badly. What's it going to be, pal? He's been sniping me all night. I have one guy I would really like here. I'm just watching that timer count down, man. Super Bowl pick? Not really, man. I don't really have real football taste, which is pretty funny. All right, so we made the pick. Who's it going to be, bud? And it's not the guy I wanted. Okay, so we'll go Algier here. I think Algier in round 14. 14-11 Algier is beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So again, this probably just has to be more wide receivers. I mean, like Tua is in consideration here, but I think at this point we just wait on quarterback. Where does Tua usually go? Usually goes mid-round 15. I'm not going to take him early round 15. I'd rather. There's 2 running backs on the board that I would like to have. I think Algier there is really nice. Super Bowl pick, though. You know, I could go something basic with just, like, Bills versus, who's even, like, favorites on the NFC side? Like, Bills versus Bucks. Bills versus... And he goes Eno. He auto-drafts both of them. Is he going to ask for a backsies? But we want McKinnon here very badly. Boom. That's nice. Hollywood or Sutton? I'd go Hollywood there. Super Bowl pick, though. I know that this question isn't like fantasy or anything, but it is something that I'm trying to think through. NFC side. Who's even good in the NFC, dude? Rams didn't look great. I think Vikings will be good, but I'm not buying that they're a Super Bowl team. So I guess Cowboys are up there. I'm not really buying the Cowboys either. I guess the 49ers are up there with Trey Lance. Give me Chiefs-Bucks rematch. Chiefs-Bucks rematch. If you want my crazy pick for Super Bowl, I'll go Chiefs-Bucks. It's kind of a pretty tame one. On the other side of that, we'll go Chargers-Eagles. Chargers-Eagles if you want a very obscure one. Yo, Ron, in some guillotine leagues and need a week 1 start, Palmer or Watkins? Also, Mike Davis or McKissick? Give me McKissick. Give me Palmer. Bucks, Rams, or Packers, but the Packers suck in the playoffs. That does seem to be true. Chargers D will be interesting. How come people keep talking about Chargers defense? I really only know in terms of their defense. I know Derwin James is great. I know Bosa's great. He'll be healthy. I know Sante Samuel Jr., of course. I don't know who else after that is really that interesting, though, in their team or defense. I guess they have Owusu. Do they still have Owusu? He's not that great, though. I can't tell you who their line or they. I think they have Kenneth Murray, but he's been kind of a bust so far. Again, I don't follow the defensive side of the ball a ton. I know Staley's a good defensive mind, though. Do they have someone I'm forgetting? Like, is there some players on there that I didn't list that are pretty sweet? Oh, Khalil Mack. That's a great call. Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson. Good grace. That's actually pretty sweet. Those are 2 very solid options that I was not considering. Yeah, J.C. Jackson and Khalil Mack is crazy. It's actually so funny how many offseason moves we've had so far to the point where, like, Khalil Mack getting traded to the Chargers felt like it happened 2 seasons ago. I don't know if I'm wild in saying that, but, like, wasn't Khalil Mack, like, that felt like one of the first moves of the offseason before things got crazy. I would have loved Tua on the way back, but that's all good. I'll probably take a... We'll see where Daniel Jones goes. Where does he usually go in these? It says round 19. We could get him with, like, our 18th round pick if we'd like to. There goes Fam. I would have been thinking about Fam if he made it back to me. Could be talked into another tight end. Could be talked into... There's some ideas here. Where does Danny Dimes go in these? Trubisky goes ahead of Daniel Jones in these? Seems like I can get Daniel Jones whenever the hell I want to get Daniel Jones. Give me Dylan over CEH. I saw someone ask if I'm into MMA. I am into MMA. I'm pretty excited for the card tonight. Doesn't look like a crazy card, but it should be fun. I was just looking at what the next big card's going to be. UFC 280 looks crazy, where it's going to be Oliveira in the main event. Sterling versus Dillashaw, I believe, for a belt there. And then you also get a Sean O'Malley versus Piotr Jan. That'll be fun. But yeah, I like the fight tonight is a little bit underwhelming. I guess the top two in terms of Chimaev versus Holland and Diaz versus Ferguson is fun, but we'll see. Thoughts on Henderson rest of season? He should be pretty solid, man. I don't know. I don't know what I would really classify him as, but I think if you draft him in like 0 RB and hero RB builds, he's already looking amazing. Man, I don't even like Jalen Tolbert, but I think he is in play. I think he is in play just to get some kind of correlation to Dak, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's too much of a need. Where's he been going in these? Tolbert. I'm going round 16. Geez, so it wouldn't even really be a value. You have a question. Kittle owner, who do I drop to pick up? Who do I drop to pick up? Freiermuth or Njoku? My bench. God, that's tough, Zach. I would pick up Freiermuth. I would drop Romeo Dobbs, but I'd be sick about it. Should I trade Keenan Allen for Deontay Johnson? No, I would keep Keenan Allen there. Do you think number one option in Denver would make it to the top 10 wide receivers? I think so. I think the number one option in Denver should be a wide receiver 1. We were talking about it with Jacob yesterday, the draft we did then. But he's big on the idea that one of these guys in Denver is going to be a smash this season. We don't really know which one, but you definitely want to have exposure to all of them. It does suck. I am really short on Cortland Sutton. I don't really have him anywhere in best ball. I don't really have him anywhere in redraft managed. If he is this year's Cooper Kupp, I'm probably screwed. ETN, Thomas, or Mooney in the flex. And half PPR. ETN, Mooney, or Michael Thomas. Give me ETN there. So that's actually, yeah, dude, that's tough. I'd see if you can make a 2-for-1 trade. If not, Romeo Dobbs is not the end of the world. If Njoku and Freiermuth are on waivers, I'm assuming it's a little bit of a shallower league. We got a super chat from Zach. Thank you, brother. Start, sit, cut, Doja Cat, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. That's very easy in terms of start. I think Doja Cat is a very easy start. You're killing me with the other two, though, man. If I could cut both, I would. Jeez, dude, if I could cut both, I would. I guess Cardi B, yeah, sit, Megan Thee Stallion, cut, but it's close. JJF at 111 is an absolute steal. I'd say so. You're starting Meg, Sebastian? What are we doing here? What are we doing? You're out of your damn mind. Damian Harris or Cordarrelle? What did I put? Back to back. Give me Damian Harris, though. Okay. I don't know. Whatever. She got the most cake. I don't know. At a certain point, it's diminish. It's the law of diminishing returns. All right. So what was I looking at here? All right. So we're gonna have to pick here in a second. Enough of the nonsense. Yeah. So Jalen Tolbert was somebody I was thinking of just to get some correlation, but I don't even think it'll be worth it really. So where has Brevin Jordan been going in these? Brevin Jordan goes early round 16. So does Tolbert. I'm not going to take Tolbert, man. I think we have too much wide receiver firepower to take another wide receiver. We have Jefferson, Hill, Juju. I don't think we need another one. So we'll pass on Tolbert, actually. But I do think it's a pretty good conversation about Brevin Jordan. Or with Brevin Jordan. All right, but we're going to go... We're going to go Zach Moss here. I know we already went Cook, but Zach Moss in the 16th, just after what he did, I think is too much to pass on. So we'll get Moss here. And then we'll see what comes back to us. I do like Ty Davis Price. If not Ty Davis Price, I can live with like Brevin Jordan or something. But yeah, I'd like TDP on the way back if I could. Let's see. Which direction is this man going? Come on. Give me TDB. TDP. Ron, you in like 25 leagues or what at this point? Redraft, I think I'm at 13 high stakes. 16 total. 16 redraft managed leagues and I think like 10 dynasty. So if you count dynasty, it's like 25. If you don't, it's like 16. But again, all my redraft managed leagues outside of one, there's no trading. All right, so we'll go Ty Davis Price here. That's perfect. That's perfect. We're starting to get our running backs all rounded out. We'll have one more pick. We can go with a backup quarterback if we'd like. We'll see. Bro, this guy. Look, dude. This channel's gonna get called misogynistic, bro. There's only so many rank these 3 girls in attractiveness that I can do. I don't even know what Gigi Hadid looks like, man. Gigi Hadid does go crazy. Not even really, though. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know who she is. Give me Selena Gomez by a country mile. And then I'm probably sitting Kate Upton, sadly. They don't call me racist. That's my last start sick cut. How's that? What, there's something wrong with Doja Cat? Dude, Doja Cat is bad as hell, bro. While we're sort of waiting for this to end here, where I don't really have a ton that I need to do outside of, just like last running backs or whatever, I kind of want to give you guys a little tour of my teams right now. No. What happened? Oh, there we go. Dude, I made this little folder here that has all my teams. So here are my NFC teams. This one's tough. I don't really have a good quarterback where it's like Matt Ryan, Javonte, Carter. So it's kind of like a hero RB-ish type team. But it's Chase Brown, Deontay, Kittle. I'm going to have to find the replacement for Kittle. Thankfully, I have Njoku, though. I'll put Njoku in there for now just as a placeholder. I'm in the 2 spot. What's up, Chris Diaz? What's going on, brother? This is what the squad looks like so far to the 2 spot. I went Jefferson. I was like a McCaffrey share away of being like 30% exposed to McCaffrey. This is my 13th, it's my 16th redraft managed league. I still don't have a Jefferson share, so had to go Jefferson. Came back with Javonte, Tyreek, Juju. It's solid. I'm not crazy about it. It's probably one of my like more meh teams, if I'm being honest. I think it's fine. Didn't really get any crazy value. I think Elijah Moore end of the 6th is pretty good. Goddard in the 7th is a tight end premium. Gibson was okay. Tony in the early 9th felt great. Got sniped again on Trey Lance. Really would have liked him there. Was going for the Dak Prescott to Gallup stack. Got sniped here. And Njoku is our second tight end and tight end premium. And then we've just been going straight running backs. Got pretty good value on James Cook after his dud. I think if he was like a 10th round pick before then, I think 13th round is more than fine. You said I don't have to sell you on Jefferson? Put myself in the top corner real quick. You're going to the Dolphins game? Dude, that's actually sweet, man. That's actually sweet. How do you think the 4 Patreon league drafts went? Any league seemed tougher than any of the others? Any favorite teams that stood out? Honestly, haven't dove into it that tough yet, but let me see him real quick. Happily, I'm starting Diggs in week 1. But yeah, it's tough to say. It's tough to say this far out, but I would say all of them were equally as much of a bloodbath, man. They were all just extremely difficult, dude. Extremely difficult. Everybody went at an efficient ADP. Nobody got values anywhere. But yeah. Really rough. I don't think anyone is in too great of shape. I did like I think in number 2 I think it was Tushy Pushy. Who's been a really long time patron, had a sweet team. No, I think it was in League 3. Let me see. He had a sweet like 0 RB team. Yeah, he went. So he has Hurts, Pollard, Darrell Henderson. Wow, Darrell Henderson's his RB2 with Pollard up top, and then his other players are Jalen Hurts, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Mark Andrews, Marquise Brown, Juju. That's a beauty. That's a beautiful 0 RB team. He did that perfectly. Drake London and Julio off the bench as well. Hats off. Hats off, fellas. That is a beauty. I think I also didn't mind Connor's team in this one. No, I didn't love Connor's. Yeah, I thought Tushy. He's one of the teams that stood out, but that's just more so him just having a pretty sweet looking, zero RB team. But nothing else has really stood out a ton. Fins up. Love to see it. Yeah, I think so. I think you just start Henderson until the wheels fall off, really. There goes Danny Dimes. I would have loved Danny Dimes, but we get sniped, I guess. Is there any backup quarterback that's interesting at this point? Mariota? Should I take Mariota? If Mariota gets me, I'll take him. I will. Why not? High upside. Doesn't really complete a stack for us. I mean, I'm not taking Pickett, though. Would have loved Danny Dimes. Would have loved it. Nothing else makes sense, really. Is that Superflex? No. Jeez, dude. Bench Davis for Waddle in your 10 team. Hate to see it, but I think that was probably the correct play. I'll say, man, as much I think a lot of analysts are selling people that, like start sits are like a science. People have accuracy competitions. At the end of the day, it's a shit show, man. It's a shit show. You can have a process and everything, and just it's such a random game, dude. It's such a random game. I'd say I'm much worse at in-season stuff than I am off-season. Like I can zooming out macro perspective fine, but like week to week, Waddle versus Gabe Davis, I probably would have done the same thing. Like it's tough, man. It's like playing whack-a-mole. These start sits, especially week 1 when we don't have any information. Olamide Zacchaeus. I think that's the first time I've seen him get taken. Gotta be honest with you guys, I'm praying that we get Mariota here. I think Mariota would be very fun. Yeah, 100%. Even if you made the wrong start sit, you almost love seeing somebody on your bench go off. Like I didn't start Darrell Henderson anywhere outside of in these leagues. You can start. The other fun thing about these leagues is even if you drafted before the Thursday night game, you still can make a late swap. So I put Darrell Henderson in a lot of my lineups yesterday, because you can it doesn't lock. Appreciate the blessings, brother. Appreciate the blessings. Would love to go Mariota here. Love to go Mariota, and then I got to get some defenses lined up. Defense and kickers lined up in a second. All right, so let's go Mariota. I think Deshaun Watson's in play as well, but we're not going to. We'll go Mariota. I'm not holding on to Deshaun Watson for that long. Let's see. So what kickers are available? Matt Gay, I'm pretty sure, is pretty good. What defense is out there? So we took Patriots defense. That's a good pick. So Cleveland's supposed to be good on D. We have Baltimore D up here? No. New Orleans? No. So New Orleans, Baltimore, Indy? No. Denver? No. So we're looking at probably the Browns. we looking at in terms of kicker? Matt Gay. I'm going Matt Gay. I know his week 1 stat line wasn't great, so I won't get like a big kicker boom week, but I don't care. I think he's a guy that I won't really have to go to waivers to get any replacements or anything. The 57-yarder was beautiful from Matt Gay. You're right. All right, one more pick. We have one more pick, and then we're done. And then we're just done with all of these redraft managed teams. It's time to turn in our final papers here. Ride into tomorrow. See what happens. So how's everybody doing? We got one more round here. We're hanging out here at the end, 20 rounds deep. We've now done. We didn't get to stream on Thursday, sadly, but we've streamed almost every night for a long time straight here. Finally going to have the workload decrease a little bit here after a long August of grinding for you guys. So that'll be sweet. Though things that we'll pick up is now I have to give out more content for the patrons, like the weekly rankings and stuff. So that kind of replaces that time, but should be a little bit slower here for the boy. Yeah, should I go through my teams real quick? Which team do I think will have the highest total? Yeah, Chiefs Cardinals it's the game with the highest total. But I like Chargers Raiders to shoot out. Can you guys see this? I kind of want to. Should I show you guys my teams that we're rolling with? Do you guys want to see that? I don't know. What do you guys want for this last round? I can go through my teams. I can just shut up and sit here until my pick gets back. But yeah, here's one team. We have Kenneth Walker, TDP, James Cook off the bench. Treylon Burks, Tyler Lockett off the bench. Does suck that Kittle is hurt for week 1, but this team is probably fine. The issue is quarterback is a pretty big issue on this team. This one is fun. This is a pretty sweet 0 RB team where we have Lamar, Damian Harris, Henderson, Chase, AJ Brown, Judy, Kelsey, London in the flex. Have Breece Hall, Kareem Hunt, Herbert, Johnson, Kadarius Toney off the bench. This is a sweet 0 RB team where we have elite onesies. This is a fun hero RB team. Lance, Eckler, Jacobs, Higgins, Waddle, Thomas, Kelsey, Boyd in the flex. Any surprises off the bench? This one has Godwin off the bench. Not even close to being back up. This one is Russell Wilson. This is a double hero RB team. We went Russ, McCaffrey, Jones, Waddle, Marquise, Elijah Moore. Kadarius Toney's in flex right now. Sky Moore and Burks on the bench. This is a double hero team. Brady, Saquon, Swift, Deontay, Marquise Brown, Michael Thomas, Pitts, Ayuk in the flex. Still have London off the bench, Wilson off the bench, Julio off the bench, Rashad White off the bench. That's a fun team. Another Brady team. This is a 6-point passing touchdown league as well. We drafted this one yesterday, where it's a double hero with Brady, Fournette, McCaffrey. We have the Brady to Godwin stack as well, which is fun. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Boyd, Devonta Smith. Off the bench, we have Godwin, Toney. We have Akers as well. We took Akers in like the 10th round on that one as well. What else can I show you guys? I have a bunch of teams. This is what I've done now. We'll go to my FFWC teams real quick. Oh yeah, so here's my teams. We have Hurts. I think this is the first high stakes team I drafted this year, where it was Hurts, Eckler, Saquon, Juju, Godwin, Metcalf. I probably have to sit Godwin, but I don't know for who. Probably have to play him unless if he's inactive, I think. Don't really want to start Corey Davis there. Yeah, I have Tony on a shit ton of teams. Same with Elijah Moore. I'd say they're both up there. All right, so we're about to pick here. What do we got? So I had to pick a defense. I guess the Browns are interesting. Browns, Packers. What's even available here? Packers not available. Denver not available, obviously. Indy isn't available. Philly? No Philly. I'm probably going to go Cleveland. All right, fellas. Last pick of the 2022 offseason. And that is all she wrote. We'll take Browns D here. And there it is. There's the final team. I'm going to hop out of here, eat dinner. I'm hungry as hell. But we have Jefferson, Javonte, Tyreek, Juju, Deontay, Elijah Moore, Goddard, Gibson, Kadarius Toney, Dak, Claypool, Njoku, James Cook at value, Algier, McKinnon, Zach Moss, TDP, Mariota, Matt Gay, Cleveland defense. That is all she wrote, fellas. Everyone that was here for the wild ride that has been the summer, man. Oh, my God. I appreciate all you guys. I love you guys. You guys have been amazing. We've had the craziest month of growth that we've ever had. We've had like 400 plus people in these streams when we've done these high stakes streams. So you guys are amazing. I appreciate all you guys sticking with me this all season. I hope all of us win our leagues. I hope all of us do super, super well. I'll continue to make content for you guys in season. I'm excited about it. But that's it for our, off season kind of stuff. Everybody that comes out to these live streams, everybody that watches all the videos, leaves likes everywhere. I appreciate all you guys. All the work we just put in over this entire summer. All comes down to tomorrow, rest of the season. So excited for that, man. With that being said, I appreciate all you guys. You guys are the best. And I will see you in the next one.